Miasma review. Let's get right to it. Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Aiknell, Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Kelly Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
We are talking about teenage sex and death at Camp Miasma. A director making a slasher sequel becomes obsessed with casting the original film's final girl, leading both women into psychological and sexual chaos.
Yeah.
So Ryan, kick us off. I know we didn't really know too much going into this. We had kind of heard rave reviews, but I didn't quite know what to expect. What were your thoughts about this film going in, and did this live up to your expectations?
Yeah, there's a lot to unravel here. There's a lot to unpack. One of the things I'm going to say here, guys, is this movie has such an impactful 80s slasher horror movie vibes in here. I love it. This movie was fantastic. It's really surreal. It's very funny when it needs to be. There's definitely niches where you gotta keep a close eye on, be like, oh, that's funny. Oh my God, they're doing what everyone else is trying to do. And essentially, this is a movie in a movie, guys. And it's very interesting to see. It's really a great, interesting concept. You know, we've seen A Dream Out of Dream with Christopher Nolan. We've seen other stuff where it's like, you know, it's not real. It's not this world, whatever the case may be, right? A multiverse, whatever. We've seen that countless times. And so knowing that we got this movie, I was all like, oh crap. It was just so unveiling. And I really enjoyed this movie, man. This movie has that same niche that, you know, movies take almost like a deeper dive. And that's what this one does. A psychological, if you will, a little bit deeper dive here about identity, desire, and really, essentially, it's a filmmaking. It's about a movie making a movie. Interested the idea or the ideology of this movie. And it's very interesting to me. I love movies like this where they make you question everything, where they make you feel a certain way. And reality is that they're making a movie in this film, right? And they're just like, how do we shape the audience to really connect with this movie? And it's honestly an honest question that even moviegoers and us and even filmmakers even still question to this day. So I thought that was very interesting. I thought that was very revealing. And they're just trying to do what every other studio is trying to do, is just trying to connect with their audience. I got to give them credit when it's due right there. But obviously this film follows Chris, a young filmmaker, try to reboot the fictional camp. How do you say it? Miasma. That rolls off the tongue.
And then you can tell from the very beginning that, or at least the opening, that there's several iterations of this film.
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7. It's a lot.
Several iterations.
Yeah.
And then there's an explanation why and what happens. And that, I will say, I think the ending tripped me up definitely, because I was like, whoa. It was an interesting story, I will say. I will say it was an interesting concept. For me, I did not expect that ending. Or like the twist, the reveal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I enjoyed it. I agree. I think it was a fun film. It was beautiful, strikingly, and
it was great vibrance of colors.
Right,
that was really good.
And just a lot of the slasher scenes were done very well, and I gotta give props to the whole cast. I think they all did such a great job. For me, though, it may not be my quite cup of tea. It's a little, and it is rated R, rightfully so. There are certain scenes that are graphic, certain scenes that are sexual. But I think that's also kind of the purpose. It's supposed to kind of challenge and make the audience feel uncomfortable in certain moments. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. Was it my favorite film of the year? Probably not, but it's definitely up there. Again, I think it was a very interesting concept, very interesting storyline. And I gotta say, I really love the two leads. Was it Hannah Einbinder
and Gillian?
And Gillian, was it Anderson?
Yeah, Gillian Anderson is fantastic in this movie. She kills it. She completely owns this movie. And you know, she plays this character named Billy, right? What's the character's name? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Billy.
Billy, yeah. So Billy, which is a mysterious, seductive, very funny person that she plays, and she does it very well. She reminded me so much of Sex Education. She plays the mom of Otis. I think it's Otis. And so one of those shows I really did love and enjoy. And so it just essentially, it's, you know, this movie is really mind-boggling, and you have to like focus in full throttle in to really fully understand what's going on. And I appreciate that, because they do give us a little bit hints here and there, but in the end of the day, this movie's really good. It's a solid filmmaking, solid story. interesting story. And I feel like that this really, really captivates on the slasher horror genre that we kind of miss. And we see that a lot. We see it kind of hit every now and then, you know, like X, Pearl, movies like that are set in the 80s. And they're just like, damn, they just remind us of how much great filmmaking it was back then. And even more so, yeah, there's still great filmmaking here, but it was definitely a different kind of filmmaking back then, and how much of the ideas.
It's very modern too, because in this town that she goes to, she has Wi-Fi. She has to basically like hotspot from her car to get Wi-Fi and a Zoom. Yeah. So it's definitely like it has that old school feel, but it's set in modern day.
Yeah. And it's definitely, you know, I even saw a couple reviews say, you know, this movie is extremely meta. It's basically a movie about why we love movies. It really is. And I'm not going to lie. It does it spot on. A movie why we love movies, and in a weird, interesting way. And again, it's funny at certain times. Yeah, it's definitely revealing, and you know, goes into a deep dive of like what ideologies they have to put in the movie to make sense to audience members, and so it's very interesting to see that. But yeah, I really did like this movie. This movie's catchy. I thought it was funny. I was laughing at a lot of times. I was like, damn,
a lot of layers, a lot of like hidden messages, a lot of messages that are supposed to be like, wow.
Yeah.
But a lot of meaning. Yeah. So I think it's really, like you say, a lot to unpack.
And you recognize one of the actors here because he plays a voice for Invader Zim.
Yeah. Yeah, we were watching that one.
Yeah. And so especially movies, you know, that we're probably not supposed to love. I feel like that it really explains why we love those certain movies. Those cult classic movies, you know, movies that are not really great, extraordinary movies, but they're cult classics. They're still good. All right, but let's get right to it. Angela, what are you going to give it a rating? 1 out of 10, 10 being the highest.
I'll give it a solid 7. Because again, it wasn't quite my cup of tea.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed, like I said, the twist was like, whoa, what the heck? It kind of threw me off. But I like when movies do that because, you know, movies are just so predictable nowadays. So when you have an original idea like this, when you have something that's just so striking and so different, it's very refreshing. So I will give it props. Again, I love the cast. I think all of them did such a great job.
Nice.
Especially the 2 leads. And I think if you are, like you say, if you are a film lover of like the genre, the slasher, the horror, I think even psychological horror, I think this is one definitely that should be on the list to watch.
Definitely, guys. Well, there you have it. I'm gonna have to give this a solid 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy this movie, man. This movie was so good. It was really so grand in its own right. It really was. And, you know, an hour and 54 minutes, it flew by like that. It really did. And it gives us an interesting concept, an interesting ideology here. And I just love movies that make you critically think into exactly what world are we in? Are we in a real world, in their real world? Or are we in a world in their world? Just saying. And if you don't like movies like that, that's fair. You know, just like, all right, I get it. You want the popcorn movies, go see Mutiny. Mutiny's a great movie. Go see that film. If you really don't like movies that make you critically think, go check out Mutiny. I think you'll really enjoy that one. But yeah, all right, guys. Questions for you guys. Let us know in the comments down below. What did y'all think of this film? Let us know in the comments down below. And thank you for making us a part of your day. Don't forget to subscribe to us, guys. We talk movies here at the Movie Talk Studios. I'm Ryan D.
I'm Angela.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. We'll see you at the movies, guys. Latest.